ever had hard time to say goodbye? Have you ever experienced that saying goodbye was tough? I had a couple of them, but none of them was as tough as the one I had in 1985. Why? I will tell you the story. I grew up in Tehran, Iran. I went to the best high school of Iran because for my family of Tehran, because for my family having a higher education was important. So, excuse me, I'm interrupting because having higher education was very important for my family. 1982, I graduated from high school and I couldn't do anything in that country. Why? Because 1979, when Islamic Revolution happened, everything changed for Baha'i community, and I was part of that community. They expulsed all the university students from students. They expulsed all the employees from government companies, from government institutions. And of course, they didn't let any Baha'i to start university. No work, no study. 1 year later, 1983, my sister, her name is Lale, graduated from high school. Same problem. It was a big question for my parents, having 2 young girls. What is the future for these 2 girls? No perspective of life. There was only one option. And that only option was leaving country illegally. But that wasn't easy. That required a lot of money, plus passing through border illegally was dangerous. There was a possibility to be arrested by guards. So we waited another year, hoping that things would change. But nothing changed. So 1 year later, we decided to take the last option. My parents provided money. They saw the person who was intermediate between smuggler and us. They paid money to him. We knew that we would travel. We would leave the country, but we didn't know way, because it wasn't like a ticket for flight that you have the ticket, you know what day, what time. We knew we are leaving. So we prepared ourselves, like do vaccination to be immune from any disease, because Pakistan is not a safe country, and we prepared some clothes and so on. September 28, 1985. Driver knocks the door and he's telling, tomorrow early morning we are leaving the house. We will start our journey. My sister said, are we going really? My mom said, okay, if you are not sure, you have time. Don't worry about the money. You can stay. But in fact, my sister was indecisive. She couldn't say either yes or no. Anyway, we had to pack. We had very small bag. This was the size of our bag. We couldn't take big things. We just had to choose very essential items. And of course, we had to hide money in our intimate clothes. It was night. My two younger siblings and my father slept. But my sister and I, along with my mother, stayed all night. My mom told us, if you have anything to tell me now. Because if you are not arrested by God, we will not see each other. My sister was crying. My mom said, daughter, there are times that we have to detach from each other, from all our belongings. It is time for you to detach yourself from your family, from this house. Just think about your future. With that thought, we packed these bags. Still, I was sad because I couldn't say goodbye to my grandma, who I loved dearly. There was no time to do that. Next day, early morning, ready to leave the house, everybody was crying loud like a child, hugging each other and crying. I entered into the car and I looked through back window of the car, waving to my family. I kept waving until I couldn't see anything. After 2 days and night, we arrived to the smuggler's house. Oh my God, the house so weird. I had never seen such a primary house in my life. Everything was different. It looked like Zahedan. He lives in smuggler lived in Zahedan. It looked like another country for me. Everything primary different. But I had to stay in that house. We passed the night in that house, and the next day, it was midnight. We all woke up and started the journey. There were 5 people who were helping us along the way, about 5 camels, and we weren't alone because we had 4 other people who were with us. The same situation. They were also Baha'i. Actually, they were family, so it was good for us to be with the family. The camel were for us because those guys who were helping us, they were running very well. They used to run very well. So they offered the camel for us. For the most of the part, I ran the camel with my sister. But it was the time that the smuggler came to me and separated me from my sister. And he asked me to ride the camel with him. Should I run the camel with him in this dark night, out of nowhere? I had a pulse, but he was the boss, and I had to go. I ran the camel with him. As soon